Boom. And we are live with another episode of the Brownwater Banter podcast. My name is Jared Seymour.
My name is Joey Cates.
Oh, yes, that is correct. And we have a great episode for you here this evening, man. We have Garrett in the house from the Biloxi Shuckers.
Hey, guys.
If you're from the coast and you don't know who the Shuckers are, you must be living under a rock or some type of, maybe you live out on Deer Island and you camp out there.
Under an oyster shell.
You don't have any power or some shit like stuff like that right out of the gate. Messed it up. Said I wasn't going to say it, but that's just one. We're going to get that out of the way, and now it's done. All right, but seriously, before we jump into the talk, we're going to thank our sponsors, man, the people that support us and keep the lights on around here. Right here. Boom. Look at that. Dr. Robbie Williams and his friendly staff over at Southern Magnolia Smiles. They've been a supporter of this show for a very long time now. Yes. Yeah. They were one of the first ones, the first one to come on board with us. So we're super proud of that. If you're looking for a great local dentist right over here on Washington Avenue, man, check them out. They're on all the socials, Facebook, Instagram. Just look them up at Southern Magnolia Smiles, and you can check out what they got going on, like we say, on the social platforms, man. They're active on Instagram. They're active on Facebook. But if you're traditionalist, maybe you're not into the socials, you can look them up on their regular website, southernmagnoliasmiles.com. In and book that appointment. Just give them a call at 228-215-1202 and tell them that you heard about them on the Brownwater Banter podcast. That's right. Joey and I both use them, man, and they're
highly recommended.
Highly recommend. We're proud of all the sponsors that we have on the show in some way, shape, or form. We use them. Hilltree Marketing, that's our next one. Jesse Hill and his team that he has put together. You're looking for a website design. You need something built for yourself. Maybe you're a content creator. Maybe you sell stuff on Etsy. Maybe you're a small business, man, and you're like, I need a better website. I don't want to do it myself. And I also don't want to use somebody like from Fiverr or some company where I don't know who they are. They're out of town. Hilltree Marketing, they're located right here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Jesse won us an Addy Award, which is a local marketing award with our website. Best in show, I believe, and gold for something. We won 2 awards. It's the most important thing you need here.
We won twice.
We won twice.
I don't know
exactly what we won, but it was really good what we won. He built our website out, brownwaterbanter.com. Go over there and check that out if you want to see his work, or go to hilltreemarketing.com. He's got links to all the other local websites that he's built. We're a little partial to ours. We think it's the best, but he's done
It's award-winning.
He's done a lot of great work for a lot of local brands that you're going to recognize. So go check him out. Get a taste for him, hilltreemarketing.com, and when you're ready to pull the trigger, send him a message. Let him know that you heard about him from us, and get that website built and make that online presence known. He also does photography, cinematography, and aerial drone cinematography. So if you need pictures done, maybe it's not just the website, or maybe it's both, hit him up. He'll take good care of you, man. Rolling right along here on our next sponsor, man. That's Vincent. We couldn't be more happy to be working with him. Every time we talk to somebody in the community that knows him, they have nothing but good things to say about him and his work. If you're looking for custom metal work to be done, he started out in the marine kind of deal there, building custom T-tops, but he's since ventured on to let me show.
He does everything.
Look at that. That's a custom table that he built. You know, if you've been watching the show, you've seen it. He does great work, man. Check out the T-top that he built. Maybe you got a boat that doesn't have one and you want something custom done, or you got one and you want it reinforced. I don't have a picture of the reinforced stuff, but a lot of those hard tops, man, they get a little saggy in the back.
Yeah.
Vince over there at Saltwater.
Put some rod holders on it and some stabilization. I actually saw him Sunday at Deer Island.
Yeah, I saw the
in the boat. Yeah.
Yep. So I mean, he does great welds. There's a picture right there, man. This dude follows through on his work. So he's on Facebook as well, or he's got his cell phone number right here. You can call him direct line 228-229-8855. Tell him you heard about him here, and get you something built. And he's got merch too. Look at that. That's crazy.
Yeah, some sweet swag.
Some sweet swag. Yeah, go buy the merch too, man. Hit him up on Facebook or give him a call or do both. So thanks to all our sponsors for supporting the show, man. We appreciate that very well.
Yeah.
Garrett, let's talk
get down to some basics.
Let's get down to the brass tacks here on the Shuckers, man. Where do we start, Joey? Let's start from the get-go.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody hasn't heard about the Shuckers, and
it's possible.
It's possible. Let's break it down from the first season and who they're affiliated with. Let's start there.
Yeah, so real easy. So we're the AA affiliate for the Milwaukee Brewers. That means that there's AA is us, AAA is Nashville, and then Milwaukee. So guys are 2 steps away from being with the Milwaukee Brewers. Yeah. So that also means that the Brewers supply our players and coaches for us. We pretty much supply everything else. We provide the facility, everything for the promotions, all that stuff. That's all stuff that we handle. But the guys on the field, That's all from the Brewers. We started up in 2015. We were originally the Huntsville Stars. Ownership bought the team, moved them down to Biloxi at MGM Park. As people around here might know, though, Park wasn't done on time.
No.
The crazy thing is the team started in 2015 on a 58-day, 54-game road trip.
Yeah,
so just imagine spending 2 months in hotel rooms and on a bus with 30 of your closest friends. And that's how things started. But June 6th was the first game at home, and we've been ripping and rolling ever since then. 3 out of 6 years we played for a championship, so I
forgot about that. The stadium not being done and they being on the road that whole season.
We went to the first game. We were there at the first game.
Game of the year, Baseball America's Game of the Year in 2015 for that walk-off win that they had against the Mobile Maybears, gone but not forgotten in 14 innings. So
and if you recognize a voice, because I recognized your voice right off the bat. You are also the announcer, right?
Yep, that's
one
my
of the
day
many
job.
hats that you wear.
Yep. No, I'm the media relations, so that's all the press releases and website and social content and things like that. But then I also, the fun part of the job is being the broadcaster. So I do the play-by-play on radio, as well as for a TV broadcast that we do for home games.
That's awesome.
How'd you get into that? What's your background? Have you always been into like broadcasting stuff? Or?
Yeah. So, not originally. So I went to college to actually be an architectural engineer. That was what I originally went to school with. And then like a semester in, I just realized that I cared far more about what was happening in like the AFC Championship game than I did about my computing methods class. Yeah,
right.
No, I remember exactly what it was. There was a moment. So I switched over to journalism with a focus on sports. I got involved in softball and at the University of Texas where I went to school. And then I started doing high school stuff. I did high school baseball, basketball, and football on internet streaming. Out of college, I got a job working for a radio station in town. Worked in Austin for about 3.5 years doing all kinds of stuff there. And mostly, though, focusing on baseball where I could. And then, I broke into minor league baseball in 2016, worked for the St. Paul Saints for a summer, moved back to Austin for the winter, worked for the Helena Brewers in 2017 when they were the rookie affiliate for Milwaukee. So I got my start in the Brewers organization then. And then 2018, I got hired here, and I've been on the coast ever since.
Sweet, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How you liking it so far?
I love it. It's great down here, man. It is fantastic. I always tell people, like, life can't be bad when you drive down the beach to get to work every day. And that's, I live over in Gulfport, and I drive eastbound on a Highway 90 to get to work every day.
Yeah.
Just relaxes you a little bit before you pull up to the ballpark.
Oh, yeah. It really is a reset for you every single day. And it's nice in the morning when the sun's coming up. But then I get to drive it when it's the moon high in the sky and it's late at night and there's no traffic on it after the game at night. And it's a real relaxing experience.
For sure. Yeah. The stadium, we mentioned it was late being built, but it's a beautiful stadium.
Yes.
They really did a great job. It's really fun to go there and check out a game. Luckily, every time I've been, the weather's been pretty nice.
Good.
Pretty nice.
Good.
You got the Gulf of Mexico in the background, the Beau Rivage. I mean, it's a pretty sweet setup.
Oh, yeah. And from where we sit up top, I always tell people, we have the Biloxi Strip is what I call it. And so you have the Beau, you have the Hard Rock, there's a Waffle House sign mixed in there somewhere. So it just really captures the entire area. But no, the setting for the ballpark is phenomenal. Being right there on the water, there's pretty much always a breeze in the ballpark. With the sun, generally by first pitch at 6:35, pretty much the whole stadium is in the shade at that point. So we are very blessed to have a fantastic facility. I think that's part of what the Brewers really like as well. There's kind of that whole reorganization of the minors heading into last season, and we never had to worry about not being with the Brewers again. They really like our facility, and so we didn't have to worry about getting left out in the cold, and we're just excited that we could keep providing what we do.
What was it, Joey? Last season or season before that, the Brewers made a run for it in the playoffs, right? I mean, they ended up getting put out, but they had a pretty good season.
No, I mean the Brewers are in the middle of arguably either their first or second most successful run in their franchise's history. They made the postseason 4 consecutive years. They made it to the NLCS in 2018. They got bounced memorably in the wild card game in 2019 by the Washington Nationals.
Yeah.
Lost in an opening round, that 3-game series against the Dodgers in 2020. And then last year, I know a lot of people around here were unfortunately happy about it. They lost to the Braves in the NLDS.
Yeah.
So the Brewers have lost to the eventual world champions the last 3 consecutive seasons.
So they're there.
They're
knocking
right
on the door.
there. They're
Yeah.
right there.
And some Shuckers are on.
Oh, that's what's crazy to me,
Yeah.
because Arcia comes to mind.
Yep.
Which is he still with the Brewers?
So he's not.
He's
He
not with the
actually
Brewers,
he was with the
right.
Braves last year.
Right.
So
I mean, that's when I got heavy into it. I guess that was the first year.
It was.
And you know, you watch these players and they almost become like your neighbor.
Yeah.
And then when they leave, you follow them and you follow them, and then when they get traded, it's like, oh, who I need to root for now.
Well,
You know
my cousin's a huge Shuckers
Yeah,
fan.
Boyd.
Boyd the Metalloid.
Yeah.
Look him up. He goes to almost all of y'all's games, and he even had a little podcast going for a little while about the Shuckers. But he follows them, and then followed them to the Brewers, and became a Brewers fan, and that's how I knew about that. You know, they've been doing pretty well.
Yeah, that was the fun thing last year, especially during that National League Divisional Series, because we have, you know, ushers and fans and everything like that who look, we understand, like, this is Braves country, like that. That's just the reality of the situation. No one's going to deny that.
Right.
But it was great to see how many people were like, man, I am really torn about this series here because, you know, I love the Braves and they've loved the Braves growing up and everything, but it's like, I know these guys on the other side who are for the Brewers. And you take a look at it. You mentioned Orlando Arcia, who was obviously kind of like our first big player that made it to the show. But now you look at that Brewers rotation. Corbin Burns, 2017 Biloxi Shucker, 2021 Cy Young Award winner.
Yeah.
You know, you look at Josh Hader, 3-time National League Reliever of the Year. He's won it 3 of the last 4 years. 2015 and 2016 Biloxi Shucker. You look at Devin Williams, who won Rookie of the Year and also won Reliever of the Year in 2020. 2019 Biloxi Shucker. Brandon Woodruff, Mississippi native, Mississippi State guy. Pitched here in 2016. Freddie Peralta, Adrian Hauser. You know, you run all up and down. Tyrone Taylor, who's going to play meaningful. I guess it's not minutes, it's innings this season. Kind of in basketball mode a little bit still. But Tyrone Taylor's going to play meaningful, you know, games for the Brewers this year. Like, all those guys have been through Biloxi, and that's just in the last 6 years. We put 49 guys in the major leagues who have made their MLB debut after they came through Biloxi. So that's one thing where it's like, you're not just seeing guys who are going to make it to the show. Like, you're seeing guys who are bringing home hardware and winning Cy Youngs and Reliever of the Year and Gold Gloves, who are coming through and playing not just like in the ballpark, but for our team. And that's what's exciting.
But when we went through the single A, double A, triple A, then the bigs, okay? We're double A, right?
Yep.
Shuckers are double A. Do you see more people moving from the bigs double A than double A to triple A to the bigs? How do you see that?
Yeah, because they can cut the line.
Right.
They can.
So people
They
that
can.
don't know that.
So more recently, they're gonna give guys like a cup of coffee in AAA, so they're gonna skip there. But the way that people always describe AA is that it's a prospects league,
Right?
And that's true. It's the league where the highest concentration of talent really is, because in AAA, guys are great up there, but you know, you have a guy who's like 32, he signed as a minor league free agent. Like, he played in the big leagues in 2017 and 2018, but he's only got like 40 games in the big leagues, and he's just trying to get back there and fill a spot as a utility man,
as well.
Things like that. Whereas at this level, you're talking about guys who are ranking into the, you know, the ranking systems and things like that, and are going to go up and become impact players at the big leagues in a very short amount of time. We had the All-Star game here in Biloxi in 2019, and I think that from the North and the South Division, there was something like 7 guys who by the end of 2019 had made their major league debut. The All-Star breaks for us was in the middle of June. So by the time that, you know, September rolled around, 7 guys who had been in Biloxi playing in that All-Star game had made their way up there. So it is where you see the highest concentration of talent, and really it's great quality of play, and you're seeing guys who are going to be stars at the big leagues at the next level.
That's awesome, especially for young kids.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and the field and all the Shucker organization is aimed at the kids. You could tell when you go to the ballpark, you get to run around the bases. You got the ice cream flowing. If you can't take your kid to a baseball game, what can you take them
well,
to?
And the vibe at a double A, I'm assuming it's all the stadiums, right? They have theme nights, and it's kind of like a party while baseball is going on. Slightly different than I would think an MLB. I've been in a couple of those games. It's just a different vibe.
Yeah, no.
In a good way.
And the point of minor league baseball is to be fun. And the overarching philosophy that I've always had, and this is as someone who their job is literally to watch every pitch of the game. If people come out to the games and they walk out of the gates and they have no idea what the final score to the game was, but like they had a good time.
Right.
That means we did our job.
Right.
That means we as the Shuckers, as an organization, did our job, because there is so much more than just the baseball. That's a piece of it. You know, you mentioned the promotions. We do giveaways. We do theme nights. You know, there's all kinds of stuff that's set up. We have interesting food items, fun in between innings promotions, things along those lines. So that's all designed to where you can come out, you can relax. The baseball is there, and you know, certainly we've had a very good team for 5 out of the 6 seasons that we've been here. But that doesn't have to be your primary focus. It's just an opportunity. Get outside, be right by the water, take in a game, get out and do something fun and different on a summer night.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you'll always have those, like you talk about the specials. I mean, that it takes a lot to watch baseball over and over again if you're not really into baseball. You know what I'm saying? So to get out there, hey, it's, you know, $1 drink or $3 beers or $2 hot dogs or whatever. That brings a lot of people in who usually wouldn't just sit there and grind out on baseball.
No, and look, I'm all about people staying to the very end, but we get that, you know, if we're playing on a Wednesday night, like you got work the next day.
Yeah.
Even if we're playing on a Thursday night, like we stop selling beer midway through the 7th inning. Like we get it. Like you know, people have to head out, but no, we actually just announced our daily promos today. So you talk about those drink specials, like that's Thursdays this season, $2 Yinglings, $3 draft beers, $2 hot dogs. Like Thursday night's your night. Wednesday's dog night at the ballpark. So that's the night that your dog gets in for free. Like you don't have to buy a ticket for your dog. You have to buy a ticket out on the berm because that's where they hang out out there.
Okay.
But no, your dog doesn't require a ticket. But yeah, it's all about the extra experience and the additional things that are happening so people can enjoy the game.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of it.
Yeah,
we mentioned you mentioned the food there is amazing. There was some was it pork nachos that somebody walked by the other night? It was
Murky Waters is right there.
Yeah. But one of the additions, you said it was last season. I didn't know it was last season. Joey and I went to the Mississippi State game. Was that last week before?
2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
The turnout was amazing.
Oh yeah,
we had a great time.
That's awesome.
Great game. But my most favorite thing was realizing that y'all have the Waiter app. So people that don't know, you're probably familiar with Waiter, but in the stadium, you can stand in wherever you're at, in your seat, wherever you may be, jump on the Waiter app, order your food. The Shucker Stadium pops up if your location's on. You can pick the first base or the third base concession stand, order your food right there, pay for it. Then it gives you a text message alert when your food is ready, and you walk right up to the window and get it. There's no waiting in line if you don't want to.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I really wish you wouldn't have given that secret away.
Well, that's probably true too. Because there were still a lot of people waiting in the line, and I'm like, do they not know?
Oh,
well, they do now.
Yeah.
The whole world.
I guess maybe I shouldn't have mentioned. I'm trying to help the Shuckers out. Man.
Hey, we want people to know about that. Waiter's been a great partner with us. We rolled that out last season. It was half, obviously, for cutting down on lines, which also last season health and safety protocols were a big piece of everything.
Right.
And so that helped cut down. But it does cut down on, you don't have to miss a half inning standing in line or whatever it might be. You can order right from your app. And like you said, it tells you when it's ready and it's waiting right there for you. They've been a fantastic partner, and we want more people to know about that. The one thing I'll say is that you just have to make sure you have MGM Park selected.
Yes.
To the best of my knowledge, we've only had one time where someone ordered like Chinese takeout and they tried to have it delivered to the stadium, and a delivery guy for Waiter showed up at the north gate and was like, "Hey, I've got so-and-so's order." It's like, this is a baseball game, man. That's not that's not how it works.
Yeah, you can't bring it in, but I guess you could eat it in the parking lot.
Listen to it.
But yeah, if you order right there, it gives you the option to get stuff from the concession stand, and that way you don't have to stand and wait in line, and you have the option to order it, and it just bam is right there for you waiting.
Yeah, it was legit.
That's awesome.
Legit.
I'm glad you guys found out about that.
Yeah, it was definitely, because we got Apollo kids, so we're waiting in line.
And no chance.
Popcorn, water,
and they don't order, they don't order all at once,
No.
right? They want a little something now, then 10 minutes later you want to order again, so then you're back in the line, and it alleviated a lot of that drama. I was like, okay,
Absolutely.
cool, pop, we're good to go.
Yeah.
So the merchandise store is out there, man. You're sporting the jacket today. It reminds me of when they first announced that the ball team was coming here, and they were trying to figure out the name, and you got to vote on it. I remember it was in the paper or whatever, all the different names. I got it so wrong because I was so mad when they picked the Shuckers. I wanted them to be the Schooners,
Okay.
but I was wrong. Like when they came out with the logo, and then I saw it, I'm like, all right, okay, this is
Wrong
this,
again.
Yeah, this is the one, and it's been great ever since.
It's
all the merchandise looks phenomenal.
Thanks,
The
man.
blue is killer. Like
Yeah.
it's legit.
We're fortunate. We feel like we have a really good brand, and I know that I obviously wasn't here when they picked the name, but anytime that you're going to rebrand, I think I saw where Hartford, which for another great like minor league name, you have the Hartford Yard Goats, and they rebranded like 7 years ago or somewhere in that range, and they just drudged up tweets from when they changed their branding, and people were like, this is terrible, this is an awful name, this is embarrassing. And it's like, oh no, Hartford has, like, the Yard Goats are one of the biggest brands in minor league baseball now.
That's a thing, right?
Yeah.
In minor league baseball, is to kind of see how
like
crazy you can
a
be.
cult following.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, and I always say, like, we're on like an upper middle class for like the crazy names out there, because I think we're in a good spot where it's respectable, but it's still funny enough, and it's got good. We're not at the level of like the Norwich Sea Unicorns, or
exactly.
They took it to the next level.
The like next over the top level things that are there. But I'm glad to hear that people appreciate the brand and recognize it. And the shop is filling back up again with stuff. We were like everybody else. The phrase everybody got to know in 2021. Supply chain issues. And so we finally are getting stuff rolling back into the store, and we're kind of phasing out of our winter merch and into our spring merch and things like that. So check it out. It's either at the stadium or online.
What's the new news coming up? I've been seeing y'all post some stuff. Season tickets. When's that coming around?
Yeah, so all that single game tickets are available for you to purchase, so you can look up and down that. As I said, we put our daily promos out today, so you can pick kind of what we're looking for. We're doing T-shirt Tuesdays on Tuesday night, so that's the first 250 people get a Shuckers themed T-shirt. It's kind of a different thing. Wednesdays are Military Wednesdays, along with Dog Night. As I said, it's Bark in the Park those nights. Thursdays is Double Play Thursday, so that's beer, hot dogs, sodas, all your specials. Fridays are fireworks again.
Yes,
that's awesome. Always
Friday,
killer.
we got 13 fireworks shows this year out of 69 home games. So
that is if you've never
seen,
our pyro
legit.
company does a phenomenal job. As someone who it's so funny because I'm not as phased or excited as fireworks by everybody else, because I see them every Friday, and sometimes Saturdays and sometimes Wednesdays, depending on where we are. I still enjoy them, but I'm normally like head down writing a story after the game's over. But no, so I can say, having seen fireworks shows like across our league, like our pyro company that we have crushes it. They do a great job with our fireworks show.
Well, I remember the first one that I went to that had the fireworks at the end, and I was thinking like, okay, what's this going to be about? You're thinking like, just look, like
Roman candles,
not like like trying to rival the 4th of July down there. Like
it was legit.
You know what I mean? It was
Still
intense,
is.
man. And the kids dig it. Everybody loves it. And then they usually run the bases, I think. After that,
always do run the bases after the game. So that's even after the fireworks get shot off, you can still stick around and run them after that. So it's awesome. It's a good time, man. It's a good time.
What we got going on right now? I think we got a lot of high school ball being played right now. Right?
There have been a boatload of games at the ballpark. So you mentioned Mississippi State and Texas Tech, which you guys already said on. I'm thrilled to hear you guys had a great time.
Yeah, it was great.
It was a killer turnout for those two games, even though Mother Nature didn't necessarily want to work with us on Wednesday.
Wednesday was a little rough.
It was a little
I'm going to flash the photo. People can see right here. They're watching on the live. It was a packed house.
Yeah, it was like the 8th largest crowd that we've had in franchise history for any sporting event that's out there. Like, we had almost 6,000 people who came out. We had over 11,000 over 2 days. So we had those, and then flip right around that Friday night after we played Tuesday, Wednesday. We came back and we had like the first phase of the Battle of the Beach. So we got like Biloxi and D'Iberville played that night, and that was an intense game where it was pouring rain while they're playing.
On that one too,
Oh yeah. And then we had Battle at the Beach last week. So that was like 3 high school games a day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I think like 3 of them ended in walk-offs. You had a kid who's committed
Stanislaus.
who had for Ole Miss, who hit a walk-off home run. Gulfport played a crazy game that they came back and won in walk-off fashion. Van Cleve gave up a 5-run top of the 7th, and then they hit a walk-off in the bottom of the 8th inning. So yeah, we've had a lot of high school ball out there. I think that's mostly it until we get rolling for the season. But then we're going to get ramping up April 12th. So
Okay, yeah, that was my next question.
So
April 12th?
April 12th at home.
Your
Okay.
groundskeepers are probably looking for a break, huh?
Yeah,
I'm sure.
well, and and I have to give a massive shout out to our entire grounds crew for their exceptionally hard work to get our field ready, make sure it was in pristine condition by the time that we got around to it, and then dealing with all the rain and everything through the state games, and then working weekends and the high school games and stuff like that. They do a phenomenal job keeping our field in shape. But yeah, it gets a couple of weeks to breathe now. And then, we're full speed ahead. Season starts April 12th. We're in Pensacola, but we started home on April 12th. Or April 8th is in Pensacola. April 12th is when we get going at home.
Okay, yeah. We've actually had the luxury of watching one of the games in the box up
Suites.
top. The suites, yeah.
Suites is where
And
it's
that's
at.
a whole nother experience.
Oh, yeah.
So-
It is a blast up there. I can't recommend it highly enough. Our suites are affordable, but we also have our Skybox up there. So it's a Cloud 7 Skybox. And I think for that, our ticket guy is going to hate me for this because I can't remember the exact number, but I want to say it's like $52 if you're an individual, and that gets you in up there.
Yeah.
And then it's all you can eat, and then all you can drink water and soda.
Okay.
And then you have the option to add on like an all-you-can-drink beer, wine, and liquor package as well up there. But yeah, $52 gets you all you can eat, all you can drink from your non-alcoholic beverages. You have a spot inside and outside, so I think it's the best view in the house.
With its own bar. In there
own
too,
bar is up there, so you have a couple of bartenders that are taking care of you as well. So you can be in the air conditioning or you can go sit out there. It's prime foul ball territory. Sometimes they're screamers, but you'll get a foul ball and you can see the Gulf of Mexico from up there. Yeah. So
bird's eye view.
Oh yeah, it's great.
I guarantee you, Jared could eat $52 worth of.
There's
hot
no
dogs.
doubt.
Oh yeah.
No, I would mix it up. I wouldn't do just hot dogs.
And that's the other thing is that it's not just like whatever you get down in the concession stand. We do have that. It's generally 4 tables that they have set up. So one of them is like just snacks. So that's like popcorn and peanuts and pretzels and like little bite food and things like that.
Yeah.
Then you do have a table that's like your traditional ballpark fare. So that's like burgers or hot dogs or whatever. But then our chef normally prepares something that night. So that can be like enchiladas or a taco bar or like pulled pork or something along those lines. And then my personal favorite is the dessert table that they have. So that's cookies and fruit and chocolate covered strawberries some nights and
I would
all that.
I would fall asleep.
Oh yeah,
there's no way I can watch a game after eating all that.
It is, and that's where the air conditioning might like slap you in the face and keep you awake a little bit. But it's a phenomenal deal up there, and I think they cut everything off in like this the 6th inning for food and the 7th inning for drinks.
That's plenty of time to get your licks in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
So
what do y'all do? The tickets same way? Berms. See, all that's still available, same as it was last year.
All that's available. So Berm is, I think your Berm tickets are only like available day of the game, but that's because I think we can fit something like 900 people out there if we jammed into the gills out there. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, you just have your reserve level, dugout box, dugout club, home plate box, and then your home plate club. I think our most expensive ticket, if you were to sit like right behind home plate, is like $24, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
so it is just
cheap date.
And look at the price to sit right behind home plate at one of our games, and then go look at what it is to sit behind home plate at an Atlanta Braves game.
You don't want to do that.
Just do the comparison.
You have to add a couple zeros.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
So it's that's the fun thing is it's affordable. It gets you close to the action. It gets you to rub elbows with these guys on their way to the major leagues. And it's designed where you can come out to plenty of them. And we do have, obviously, like season tickets. We call it Shuck Nation because it's not just your tickets to every home game. It's also access to like experiences and opportunities to interact with the players and off-season events that we do. So there's so much more than just having your tickets to a game for that.
Yeah, y'all let fans throw out the first pitch sometimes. I've seen that. My cousin did that, as a matter of fact. So
A
lot of cool
national
stuff.
anthems. Y'all are
all that stuff.
looking for stuff right now, right?
Yeah,
And y'all hire a lot of locals to do that, right? Grounds, and concession stands and stuff like that.
We have all that, and we actually, you guys are just teeing me up. I appreciate it. We have a job fair tomorrow night.
Oh, there it is.
Thursday night, 4 to 6.
We're almost professional.
You guys are crushing it. But yeah, so 4 to 6 on Thursday night, and that's just an opportunity. That's ushers, ticket takers, grounds crew, production. So if you want to work up in the press box with us, like you're certainly welcome to come up and do that. And our concessionaire is also hiring. So if you want to help out in the kitchen or the concession stand, all that stuff. We don't need like we're not looking to hire the full staff. We have a really good staff of people that you guys obviously saw that work the Mississippi State games.
Yeah.
But we do need to fill in some spots and also make sure that we have people for the entirety of the summer. So yeah, if you want to come work at a ballpark, it also doesn't have to be every night out of the year. But if you just want to come out and help out and make a little bit of money to be at the ballpark, like I think it's for you.
There you
Absolutely.
go. Who? Serious question here. Who do you root for? Corn, potato, crawfish. Who's your guy?
Oh, I am. I'm always hard in Spud's camp, no matter what. So potato, but other than that, it's got to be Crawford. It's got to be Crawford the Mudbug.
Okay,
so,
all right.
Yeah.
And see, we were rolling with corn a little.
I would
bit.
say,
Corn.
I would say Colonel Cobb he's a sneaky guy, man.
He's tricky.
Sneaky.
That's what I like about him.
He's sneaky, so he's got the floppy hat on normally. So,
like Joey says, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
That's right.
That's kind of his motto.
Trust me, that's those guys. That is exactly what they do on a night in, night out basis.
That's awesome. But where do we send the people for the tickets? We mentioned, what you have available. What's the best place to get them?
BiloxiShuckers.com.
Okay.
Nice and simple and short. Also, just so that way people know, like, we're digital for our ticketing this year. So we're not printing tickets or anything like that. So if you go through Ticketmaster, which is our official ticket provider, you're paying the same price that you pay if you came to the stadium. Like, there's no extra anything on top of that. That's what you're paying there is what you pay if you walked up to the box office and bought it. Though it is a little bit less expensive you buy them in advance than the day of the game.
Right. Can you still buy them on the walk up?
Yeah, you can still walk up and buy them at the box office, but they're gonna email them or text them to your phone.
Right.
Yeah,
2022, baby.
Yeah, no ticketing stock. It's all right there for you.
At the state game, we kind of ran into this. It's a paperless stadium.
Yeah, so that is a new thing that our concessionaire did as well this year. Is it's cashless. So not accepting cash this year. That's a coin shortage and health and safety kind of thing. But also, I mean, like, how much cash do you guys have in your wallet?
That's all.
Zero.
I know.
I have a $5 bill that has been in my wallet for like the better part of the last 3 months, and I can't bring myself to spend it because I'm like, I'm going to hit some cash toll booth in Florida whenever I go over there that I'm going to need this for. But other than that,
just make sure you got usually a credit card, debit card,
credit card, take all that kind of stuff. I don't know about Apple Pay. I'm going to have to talk to them about that. But yeah, just debit card, credit card. And I'm pretty sure that once we get rolling, like as a break glass in case of emergency, we'd be able to help people out and make sure that like if they only absolutely had cash, like we could find a workaround for them. But ideally, no, that's going to be it's going to be just credit or debit this year at the stadium.
The future.
Yes.
The future is now.
The future is here, man.
That's it.
I don't know. We had a great time the other night, man. Garrett, thanks for stopping by. We're looking forward to the season. I know Joey and I'll check out some games for sure. If y'all ever want to do any giveaways through the podcast, let us know. We can get to the fans some tickets or whatever you want to do there.
Yeah, we want to come sit in the box with you.
Yeah. Oh, come on up.
We'll do that.
I am happy to let people into the booth. I said I thought the Skybox was the best view. I lied. It's the second best view. I have the best view. Night in and night out, right there behind home plate. But no, look, man, I won't sugarcoat it. Like, our team was not very good last season. We finished last in the league, but not a lot of those guys are coming back. And the Brewers just like MLB Pipeline just dropped the top 30 prospects for the Brewers org. We're going to have 2 of the top 5 on our team to start the year. 2 of the other guys in that list have already played for us. And one of them will probably come through later in the year. And it's like we're going to have like 14 out of the top 30 guys in the Brewers org that are likely going to play for us this season. So
it's going to be better.
I don't know. Our pitching staff is my question mark, but like, man, we have some bats this year. We are going to score a lot of runs this year. So if you like home runs,
the long balls,
well, and we got a lot of fast guys. They've changed the rules now in minor league baseball to where you can only pick off twice. If you pick off a third time to a base and you don't get a guy, it's an automatic advancement.
Really? Oh, wow.
Bases are a little bit bigger. Oh, so we're going to be running everywhere this year.
Yeah, well, that's to keep the game moving forward.
All the things that they've been installing to try and help pace of play, they banned the shift in minor league baseball this year. So,
which is nuts.
It's awesome. Oh, it's great. I love it. More balls in play. That's all we can root for. So.
But, I mean, we watched literally the state game, and they played the shift the entire game.
Oh, yeah. They had guys out in shallow right field and no one on the left side. No, that's not.
At one time, Heather goes, why don't they have a second base? I was like, baby, he's right behind. He's in right field pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, no, that's their second right fielder that they have right now. Yeah. So, no, we should. It's going to be a really exciting brand of baseball. And I'm just incredibly appreciative you guys wanted to bring me on to chat about it a little
Dude,
bit.
it's been our pleasure for
awesome,
sure.
Thanks,
Our
guys.
pleasure. Thanks, everybody, for watching on the live streams, man. Go out to a game. There's no excuse to go check it out. It's not that expensive, and it's a great time.
Great family entertainment.
Support to where we have things like this here locally on the Gulf Coast, man, because, you don't want just the casinos, right? It's got to be other stuff to do,
Hey,
too.
take a break for a couple hours.
Yeah, man. Walk across the street or something.
Yeah.
So, but, yes, thanks, everybody, for tuning in this evening, and we'll see y'all on the next one, man.
Later.